Hello everybody out there and welcome back to another Into the Badlands episode review. This is for episode 5, Snake Creeps Down. Yeah, they're still doing those things with the titles, and I already saw what the last episode next week is going to be. Next week's the season finale. Pray to God we get a season 2. This was a great series. This was a great season, and hopefully if AMC sees that we really liked it, we'll get a little bit more in the next season. But anyway, again, just like episode 4, a lot happens in 5. If you have been missing out on this series, you really should definitely give a shot to it. I believe the first 4 episodes are available now on AMC.com, provided you have to, I believe, share your Cablevision or whatever. But if you'd like to see them, you can check them out there. I believe the first episode, actually, you don't even have to give a cable provider. You can just watch it. But if you'd like to see it, I believe episode 5 will go live probably closer towards the weekend. I would definitely recommend checking it out. But we're not here for the whole series yet. We're here for one episode, and that is episode 5. This episode, like I said, lots to happen. Quinn, as always, non-spoilers. Then we go into spoilers if you didn't see the episode yet, because the episode happened just last night, and I know a lot of you guys watching TLC, which I was doing a double thing. I was watching the episode and watching TLC, so I think that was a little crazy. But anyway, Sonny still doesn't trust MK because of what happened in the last episode. At the end of the last episode, actually, MK is in a very bad position right now because Ryder gets an offer from the Widow Baron. All he has to do is give the Widow Baron MK. She'll win the war. She'll change the Badlands into the vision she has in mind for it, and Ryder will take over Quinn's spot as the Baron of his land. However, Sonny, to get safe passage up the river from the River King wants MK's head. So one wants MK dead, and one wants MK for war. So we've got Ryder and Sonny now eyeballing MK. Now, I don't think Sonny would go that far with the River King. I don't know. He does mention to Vale in this episode that there's a steep price in order to get safe passage down the river, and Vale asks what that is. Obviously, he tells her off camera or in a scene that we don't see. Anyway, Vale is continuing to help Quinn. Like I was saying, Quinn is not as dumb as we all, or as blind as we all thought he was in the previous episodes. And as time moves forward and as episodes come forward, we're getting to see more and more on how dark Quinn actually is as a Baron and as a character. And that's crazy. We don't know if it's his character or if it's the tumor growing in his head, but it's one or the other. We also find out that either Ryder or Lydia, one or the other, does something to Jade. And things don't look good for Jade either. We also get to see a little bit of MK and Tilda's relation. We see a character relationship between the two of them, and it develops a lot in this episode particularly. And I like that because I believe that if we do get a season 2, it would be really cool to see MK, Sonny, Vale, and Tilda together, either trying to escape the Badlands or escaping the Badlands and traveling to Zamora or whatever it's called. Ryder actually goes. You get to see Ryder's grandfather in this episode, and we find out that the grandfather is a leader of a cult, and he finds out about MK as well, and he wants to perform a cleansing on MK because he's considered a dark one, apparently, MK. And a lot definitely develops before this episode's end, and you see that Quinn is willing to do whatever it takes to keep Sonny at arm's distance from him, to keep Sonny from wanting to leave, to keep Sonny from developing a relationship with Vale, to just basically to have Sonny under his thumb for whenever he needs him. So, and then we also see MK may or may not be a target. The Widow attacks the fort because they find Tilda, and Tilda's trying to warn MK about what's going on with him and what everybody's aiming for him, and that's how she gets caught. And then there's an awesome fight scene between Sonny and the Widow Baron at the end of this, towards the end of this episode, and it's crazy. And the ending with Quinn was, this definitely is leading to a head in the season finale, and I am really interested in seeing the finale, and I'm hoping for a season 2 and maybe 3, and I don't know. I mean, this seems more as much as I like to say this seems more of a infinite series where it could have as many seasons as it wants, I feel like there's a finite feeling to Into the Badlands right now. Maybe if season 2 gets picked up, they'll show us a way where there'll be an infinite amount of seasons, or as many seasons as they can go. Right now, I feel like if they go into season 2, it'll be either them trying to escape the Badlands, or it'll be them outside of the Badlands now trying to travel to Zamora. And after that, I don't know where we would go. That's why I'm saying if there is a season 2, we'll get more. Hopefully that will allow this series to feel more than just like a 2 to 3 season series and then it walks off into the sunset. That's it for the non-spoiler part. I recommend it. I loved it. I thought the action was great. The character development with Quinn getting darker and darker, and Sonny having that impossible decision, and Ryder going down a path where you could see he's going to be screwing his father, and you actually see it in the teaser for the last step of the season finale. So there's a lot going on. So there's a lot to process in each episode. So you definitely have to stay vigilant. You cannot walk away for a second or you're going to miss out on a important scene, possibly. Because I walked away for a second and I actually missed a scene and I watched it in the encore. I'm like, whoa, I'm glad I waited for the encore because that was a pretty big scene. So anyway, that's it for the non-spoiler part. If you haven't seen this episode yet, pause this video, come back later. You are always welcome to check this out. If you're watching the DVD or if you're debating about the DVD and you're watching each and every one of my episode reviews to see if things get bad or if things get better, let me know what you think after checking the series out, after seeing these reviews, because if you don't check it out, I am recommending it. I'm telling you guys I recommend it now, so if you're debating about the DVD set, I would recommend it. It's very good. Now, moving into the spoiler part, we open up with Sonny having a really bad dream about MK and MK killing him, and you could see it's the impossible feeling of he has to kill MK to get safe passage or else they have to find another way. And Vale goes to Quinn, who isn't as dumb as we thought, because he knows that Vale is not saving her. She's just basically killing him, and he's like, give me the medicine, give me a double dosage and kill me right here. And she asked Quinn before that why Quinn killed her parents. So Quinn already is starting to get the feeling now Vale knows that Quinn killed her parents. This has to be connected to Sonny. And that's when Quinn tells her it was Sonny's blade that did it, not mine. So you can see there's a hell of a lot of stuff going on. Basically, that's all you see of Vale mostly for this episode. You see her in the beginning and you see her with Quinn, and then that's it. The rest of the episode is Ryder confronting MK because he knows MK is the one, but MK obviously lies about a few things. He wants his medallion back. Ryder says, sorry, I traded it already. But Sonny and him go off with another cult, basically a cult. And they go off to find where the Widow Baron is hiding. Ryder goes to Marco, actually, because he's the one that we find out saved Ryder when he was a kid, and he was taken by the nomads. And he asks Marco, if things go down, would you still back me up as the Baron? He says, I will defend whoever is the Baron, whoever is the top dog. So then he asks him about the medallion, and he shows Marco the medallion, and he says, the only person I know that could tell you is your grandfather. And that's when Ryder goes to visit his grandfather, and we find out about the grandfather. And the grandfather explains what Zamora is. I hope I'm saying it right. I always forget the name of this city. And he's like, well, I had a kid who was wearing it. He might have come from there, yada, yada. And the grandfather explained how the mom and dad met. A lot of stuff, a lot of development. And then he asked Ryder, he said, if you ever decide to leave, you're welcome to, if you want your path to come here, you're welcome to be here, and we'll help you with your path. And Ryder basically says, no, I have my own path that I'm going to forge, and that's obviously against his father. The search for the Widow Baron with Sonny and MK. Sonny saves MK from getting his foot stuck in a bear trap or whatever kind of trap, but Tilda, like I said, shows up while they're sleeping at night to warn MK that the Widow Baron knows about MK, and the more he uses his ability when he bleeds, the weaker he's getting, so he needs training in order to control it and in order to keep himself from dying. And unfortunately, Sonny wakes up, takes Tilda as prisoner. They go back to the fort, and Quinn basically tells Sonny, number one, to torture her until she tells Sonny where the Baron the Widow Baron is. And before all that, MK was telling Sonny that it was Tilda that kept him, that got him able to control his power, which basically shows that he cares about Tilda. So there's a relationship kind of developing there. But anyway, he kind of hesitates, and Quinn said, that's not going to be a problem. We're not going to have another incident, are we? And he's like, nope. And right as he's leaving, he says to Sonny, how close are you of Vale? And he's like, and he makes it, plays off, she's just like any other girl. He's like, good. I don't want you to see her anymore until my treatment's done. I want her to put 110% focus on me. And again, this is his way of controlling Sonny. And Sonny's like, whatever you say. And then as Sonny's going to interrogate Tilda, the Widow Baron shows up and a huge fight breaks out. Multiple weapons are used. It was spectacular martial arts. It was amazing. I can't even describe it. You have to see this fight scene to understand it. And while that's going on, MK is trying to free Tilda to let her, to have her escape. And the other cult that kind of wants to kill her in order to get his first tattoo as his first kill. He locks MK in the cell and he beats up on Tilda until, here comes the fun stuff, MK cuts himself in order to tap into his abilities, and he saves Tilda, who then takes the Widow Baron and runs away. Sonny tries to tend to MK, who kills the other cult, by the way. And then once MK's calmed down, he chases after the Widow Baron, and guess what? The entire episode closes with Quinn seeing the entire thing. Also, something happens to Jade in this issue. We don't know what, but it's either Ryder or his mom or both of them. One of them definitely, I believe, poisoned Jade. I don't believe she's going to be alive anymore. I'm not sure. Maybe she'll survive somehow, some way. But it looks like Jade convulsed in this issue and passed on. I don't know how true that is, but it was crazy. There were some nice scenes with Jade and getting some of the Clippers to do the Cogs work while the Cogs were with the Widow Baron. The Widow Baron took all the women in, no problem, but the men, each one she tried to cut them in order to see if they were MK, and obviously they weren't, and they left some dead, I believe. I'm trying to remember for sure. This is why you should do things right away. But this was a really crazy episode. I enjoyed it. I am more than pumped for the season finale. I hope we get mentioned that there's a season 2, if not the night of the season finale, before it. I really believe this series has the potential to have a couple more seasons pulled out of it. I like Sonny's character. I would love to see him, MK, Tilda, and Vale on their own trying to either escape the Badlands or outside the Badlands trying to survive. That would be an interesting season. That's what I was expecting for this season. But now that we've got great character development, I'd love to see where this is going to go. Will Quinn survive? Will he be chasing after them? I don't know, but this was a really great episode. This is a really great series. If you haven't checked it out and you're just sitting there really wanting to hear what happens in the episode to see if you'd like it, if you like martial arts, if you like weapons and sword fights and all types of other ninja weapon fights, you will love this series. Give it a chance. Give it a try. You will love it. It was amazing. I love this episode. It just keeps getting better and better for me. And with that, that's it for this review. That's all I have to say. So let me know in the comments below, guys. I've been hearing from you guys. I love it. I love hearing from you guys, and I love commenting back and forth with you guys. What did you think about this episode? Is this a great setup for a finale, or did you want more? Did you not like something? Did you like something more? Your thoughts on characters, if this series deserves a season 2. I know a few people have already said that. Let me know. That's what the comments are for, and that's why I love hearing from you guys and talking back with you guys. And also, while you're down there, tons of links in the description below. Comic Frontline, Zone 4 Podcast, Frontline Gaming Zone, Last Ember Press, all the things that I'm working on. Really great stuff. Check them out at your leisure. There's also other stuff connected right here to Dark Avenger C86. And yeah, so with that, guys, take care. Keep reading, keep collecting. And for 6 more days, I'm going to be at the edge of my seat waiting for where this season finale is going to go. There are a bunch of season finales next week I'm looking forward to. Ironically, I believe... No. One is the day before. Or is it? No. They're both the same day. Huh, go figure. The other season finale we'll talk about next week. There might be a live show. I don't want to spoil that. But take care, everybody, and I will see you guys really soon in the next video.